Ah, finally, I get a chance to get into nature and just a little chance to a little alone time away from my village. Time to relax. I'm gonna camp out and just kind of. I noticed these ruins a while ago and they looked abandoned. I didn't really get a chance to get a good look at them, but I always like to find these abandoned ruins in Skyrim and kind of camp out in the ruins and explore. Uh, that's not good. Yeah. Maybe some Forsworn were here a long time ago. It looks like the lights are on. Um...
Never should have come here. Oh well. Must have run off.
Did you just kill her? Did that woman just kill that other woman? Crazy.
By the gods. I know this looks bad. Let me explain.
You killed that woman.
I didn't want to, but she attacked to try and keep me from leaving. I can't be a part of this place anymore. The things we do here, evil, evil things. No more!
What? She need to die.
We were supposed to find a sacrifice. Human sacrifice. I told her I couldn't do it and she attacked. I've done horrible things living here, but never taken an innocent life. I couldn't just find some person for them to kill. The initiation. My mother is going to become one of those things. I can't be a part of that. Gods, I can't run away from this. I have to stop her.
What things?
I'm going up there to stop her. This cycle must end. I don't know what brought you here, but I could use your help if you're willing.
Well, it's a little more than I was planning, but I don't know. She gonna the trick? Is she gonna turn on us and kill us? I don't know. Yeah.
Follow me. We have to fight our way up. I don't think anyone else here is about to have a change of heart.
It's very cryptic with all these candles here. Got a lot of cult vibes from this place. She in a Daedric cult or something? I've heard about those. I think there's some that I've heard there's some vampires that worship Clavicus Vile near Valkyrie.
Is someone there?
And a talking dog on the road too. Spiders, no!
Oh well.
Man, she seems pretty adept at magic. She must be like a student at the college of Winterhold. I am unlike a lot of other Nords. I'm not against the magic necessarily, as long as it's good magic. But yeah, my fellow villagers wouldn't like me hooking up with going on an adventure with a mage.
Is someone there? That takes care of that.
Witch? Am I in like some kind of coven? Oh, that looks gnarly. Alright. Looks like they're practicing alchemy and enchanting. Or alchemy, anyway. Turn into what? What is their mother gonna turn into? Holy crap. Oh man. Come on, big guy. And they keep live trolls up here. Crazy. Where'd she go? much about magic myself.
Hagraven up ahead. Pull the lever when you're ready and we'll take her.
Aren't hag ravens? I feel like I've heard about the hag ravens of the tundra. I feel like they're these strange, deformed, like bird-like witches. They're like birds, but they're witches. Supposed to be very powerful at magic. Oh wow. Crazy. A moose head? Mammoth tusks? A goat head? What'd they do? What'd they stuff in its eyes? It's crazy. Yeah, there's a hag raven. It's like a bird human. Like there's a skeever. I don't know. I don't know if I signed up for all this. A little too intense. Holy crap. All these stakes for these bloody stakes. Are they staking people up here? What are you and your mom into? I don't know if we should kill her or not. That's crazy.
Locked. Damn. One of the hags nearby will have the key. Locked. Damn. One of the
The most adventure I've ever had is
You'll have to take it from here. I'll keep watching. Locked.
okay, one of these guys has a key.
The hags nearby will have the key.
Um
You'll have to take it from here. I'll keep watch here. Let... I can pick the lock.
was there another one here? There's one of the witches. Yeah, the most adventure I've had is going on a hunting party with my fellow men from the village and being attacked by a pack of wolves. That was pretty crazy, but that's nothing compared to this. Actually, never even encountered a, what do you call, a frost spider before. It's pretty crazy. I know. Wow, that's a little personal bubble there. Does she have the key? Okay. Sun's dawn. So the sill watched the initiates float one by one up to the awesome tree, taking the fruit or flower from its high branches before dropping back to the ground with varying degrees of grace. Levitating? He took a moment while nodding his head in approval to admire the day. The whitewashed statue of Serbane, which the great mage was said to have posed for in ancient days, stood at the precipice of a cliff overlooking the bay. Pale purple proscado flowers, waves to and fro in the gentle breeze, beyond ocean and the misty border between Artaeum and the main island of Somerset. By and large, acceptable, he proclaimed, as Laston dropped her fruit in his hand. With a wave of his hand, the fruit and flowers are back in the tree. With another wave, the students had formed into position in a semicircle around the sorcerer. He pulled a small fibrous ball about a foot in diameter from his white robes. What is this? The students understood this test. It asked them to cast a spell of identification on the mysterious object. Each initiate closed his or her eyes and imagined the ball in the realm of the universal truth. Its energy had a unique resonance, as all physical and spiritual matter does. A negative aspect, a duplicate version, relative paths, true meaning, a song in the cosmos, a texture in the fabric of space, a facet of being that has always existed and always will exist. A ball, said a young Nord named Wellag, which brought giggles from some of the younger initiates, but a frown from most, including Sotha Sil. Isn't Sotha Sil one of the, what do they call them? I've heard stories from travelers that came to the village about the faraway land of Morrowind and Vardenfell, Morrowind, and the Dunmer, the Dark Elves, and they have something called a Tribunal of Gods, and there are 3 of them, and I think one of them is Sotha Sil. I think that's what they're talking about, who's featured in the story. If you must be stupid, at least be amusing, growled the sorcerer, and then looked at the young, dark-haired Altimer lass, who looked confused. Lilatha, do you know? It's Grom, said Lilatha, uncertainly. What, the drow meth after they've Carvenism, but very good nonetheless. Said Sotha Sil. Now tell me, what does that mean? I don't know, admitted Lilatha. The rest of the students also shook their heads. There are layers to understanding all things, said Sotha Sil. The common man looks at an object and fits it into place in his way of thinking. Those skilled in the old ways, in the way of the Sijic and mysticism, can see an object and identify it by its proper role. But one more layer is needed to be peeled back to achieve understanding. You must identify the object by its role and its truth and interpret that meaning. In this case, the Spall is indeed Grom, which is a substance created by the Drow, an underwater race, in the north and western parts of the continent. For 1 year of their life, when they undergo Carvenism, when they walk upon the land, following that they return to the water and map or devour the skin and organs they needed for land dwelling. Then they vomit it up into little balls like this. Grom, drow vomit. The student looked at the ball a little queasily. Sotha Sil always loved this lesson. Huh. This looks like a book of stories from Morrowind. Doesn't look like there are any spells. Huh. Well, and it can glean much of a ritual for what's going on here from that, but it is an interesting story. Let's see. There should be a key on one of these.
Damn. One of the hags nearby will have the key. You'll have to take it from here. I'll keep watch here.
Well, maybe.
Is someone there? I knew it.
Oh, there's a hag. I think hags are a little bit stronger than witches. No key. Oh man. Oh, thank you. Oh no. Swords don't fail me now. Crazy. Yeah. I want to know what's going on in there. Are those drow vomit balls? The Grom or something? Weird. I have no idea. Yeah, I have the key.
Locked. Damn. One of the hags nearby will have... How do you feel? Let's get up there before Mother finds out what we're doing.
Well, no, I've contracted brain rot. Sure, that's not gonna end up killing me or causing me lifelong problems.
Locked. Damn. One of the
I regret coming to this place.
You'll have to take it.
Best thing I can do now is end with this evil that's going on. It's like an enchanting table. That brain rot setting in. I need to see. I think I might have a... Do I have any cure disease? No. This is not good. I don't know if I'll make it to the top.
Takes care of that.
The goat head.
All right. Mother is just outside this door. I have a plan.
I hope so, because I don't have one. What's the plan?
Present you as the sacrifice.
What?
Just play along. While
No
Mother
way.
does the ritual, I'll strike. Then together we can kill her.
Kill your own mother? Well, it sounds like she's evil, like this place is evil, then I guess, but crazy.
I've thought this through, and it's the only way. She's too far gone, too corrupted by the hags.
Well, my village is...
In death, she can be free again. Enough. Let's go.
Well, my village is nearby, so I might end up dying, but at least I'll die knowing that my family's defended. Oh, this is crazy. I hope you know what you're doing.
Greetings, Mother.
Daughter, who is this you have brought me?
I found a willing subject for you. Payment has already been discussed, of course.
Splendid. Please take a seat on the chair behind me, would you?
Like this is a normal procedure? Human sacrifice? I don't know about this. Okay.
I'll just prepare the subject now.
I can't let you do this, Mother. You have to die now.
Is someone there? Be crying.
What a creeper. I don't know what the heck was going to go on there, but that's kind of disturbing.
If I would have known it would come to this. Mother. Keep Mother's staff. Think of it as payment. I want to leave everything from this cursed place behind. Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pass on that.
Keep Mother's staff. Think of it as payment. I want to leave everything from this cursed place behind. Goodbye.
Yeah, well, that was all messed up. Alright. Well, if this place wasn't completely evil, this actually would be kind of a neat place to camp out. Well, I think my lesson learned is camp in the forest and not in ruins. There's plenty of good camping sites out there that aren't going to have you run into a witch coven. I think that is my lesson learned. Look at all this good food. Oh. Never mind. It's dead rats. The skeevers. And I don't know. Some herbs, I guess. Horror of Castle beer. I need to know something. I need to know... I need to know why... what was going on here. I wonder if this had to do with what she was going to do to me. Because I want to know. I can't be left in the dark. I need to... You know, curiosity could kill the cat in this situation, but I need to know if this had anything to do with what rituals she was going to perform on me. Dramatis Personae. Flavid's captain of the Imperial Guard. Cerdilic. Anara, a Dunmer maid. Paulus, a lieutenant of the Imperial Guard. Argonian. Solasa, a woman. A young Argonian mage. Late evening, the play, Late evening, the play opens in the interior great entrance hall of a castle in Scat, Anud, replete with fine furnishings and tapestries. Torches provide the only illumination. In the center of the foyer is a great iron door, the main entrance to the castle. The staircase up to the landing above is next to this door. On the stage left is the door to the library, which is currently closed. On stage right is a huge suit of armor, 20 feet tall, nearly touching the ceiling of the room. Though no one can be seen, there's the sound of a woman singing coming from the library door. A loud thumping knock on the front door stops the woman singing. The door to the library opens, and Anara, a common-looking maid, comes out and hurries to open the front door. Clavides, a handsome man in imperial garb, stands there. Anara, good evening to you, Sir Joe. Clavides, good evening. Is your master at home? Oh, no, Sir Joe. It is only me here. My master, Sadura Kenneth Talvani. Hordolf, Zir, aren't the Talvani the Dunmer wizards of Morrowind? Is at his winter estate. Is there something I can do for you? Clavids, possibly. Do you mind if I came in? Anara, not at all, Sir Joe, please. May I offer you some flint? Clavids comes into the hall and looks around. Clavids, no thank you. What's your name? Anara Sergio. Clavids, Anara, when did your master leave Scathe Anud? Anara, more than a fortnight ago. That's why it's only me in the castle, Sergio. All the other servants and slaves who tend to his lordship travel with him. Is there something wrong? Pleiades. Yes, there is. Do you know an Ashlander by the name of Sol Carifa? No, Sergio, I don't know anyone by that name. Pleiades, then you aren't likely to know. He's dead. He was found a few hours ago, dying of frostbite in the Ashlands. He was hysterical, nearly incomprehensible, but among his last words were castle and Zir. Dying of frostbite in summertime in the Ashlands? Vivek, that's strange. I suppose it's possible that my master knew this man, but being an Ashlander and my master of the House Televani, well, if you'll pardon me for being flippant, Sergio, I don't think they could have been friends. Pleiades, what is your... That is your master's library? Would you mind if I looked in? Anara, please, Sergio, go wherever you want. We got nothing to hide. We're loyal Imperial subjects. Pleiades, at last, I hear, are all Televani. Note from the playwright, this line should be delivered without sarcasm. Trust the audience to laugh. It never fails, regardless of the politics and locals. Pleiades enters the library and looks over the books. The library needs dusting. Yes, Sergio. I was just doing that when you knocked at the door. I'm grateful for that. If you had finished, I wouldn't notice the space in the dust where a rather large book has recently been removed. Your master is a wizard, it seems. No, Sergio. I mean, he studies a lot, but he don't cast no spells, if that's what you mean by wizard. He's Kina. Went to college and everything. You know, now that I think about it, I know what happened to that book. One of the Kinas from the college been around yesterday and borrowed a couple of books. He is a friend of the master, so I thought it'd be all fine. This Kina, was his name Warvin? Could have been, I don't remember. There's a suspected necromancer at the college named Kina Warvin. He arrested last night. We don't know what he was doing at the college, but it was something illegal. That's for certain. Was the Kina who borrowed the book a little fellow? A cripple with a withered leg? No, Sergio. It weren't the Kina from yesterday. He was a big fella who could walk, so I noticed. I'm going to have a look around the rest of the house, if you don't mind. Pleiades goes up the stairs and delivers the following dialogue from the landing and rooms above. Anara continues straightening up the downstairs, moving a high-backed bench in front of the armor to scrub the floor. Anara, can I ask, Sergio, what you're looking for? Maybe I could help you. Are all these rooms in the castle no secret passages? Oh, Sergio, what would Sidura, Ken, Televani, Ordolf Seer want with a secret passage? Looking at the armor, your master is a big man. Oh, Sergio, don't tease. That's giant armor, just for decoration. Master slew that giant 10 years ago, and kind of keeps it for a souvenir. That's right, I remember hearing something about that when I first took my post here. It was someone named Zir who killed the giant, but I didn't think his first name was Hordal. Memory fades, I'm afraid. What was the giant's name? I'm afraid I don't remember, Sergio. I do, it was Torfang. I got out of Torfang's shield. I don't understand, Sergio. Torfang's shield? Pleiades runs down the stairs and examines the armor. So Carifa said something about getting out of Torfang's shield. I thought he was just raving. Out of his mind. But he ain't got a shield, Sergio. Pleiades pushed the high-backed bench out of the way, revealing a large mounted shield at the base of the armor. Yes, he does. He covered up with that bench. I didn't do it on purpose, Sergio. I was just cleaning. I see that armor every day, Sergio. And by Vec, I swear I ain't never noticed the shield before. It's fine, Anara. I believe you. Pleiades pushes the shield and pulls it back to reveal a tunnel down. It appears that Sidura, Kenna, Galvani, Burdolph, Zir does have a need for a secret passage. Can you get me a torch? By Vec, I've never seen that before. Anara takes a torch from the wall and hands it to Pleiades. Pleiades enters the tunnel. Wait here. Anara watches Pleiades disappear down the tunnel. She appears agitated and finally runs to the front door. When she opens it, Ullus, an Argonian lieutenant of the Imperial Guard, is standing at the entrance. She screams, I'm sorry to frighten you. Not now. Go away. I'm afraid the captain wouldn't like that, miss. You're with the captain, blessed mother? Clavides comes out of the tunnel white-faced. It takes him a few moments to speak. Captain, what's down there? Do you know your master's a necromancer? That your cellar is filled with bodies? Anara faints. Aulus carries her to the bench and lays her down. Let me see, Sergio. You'll see soon enough. We're going to need every soldier from the post here to cart away all the corpses. Aulus, I've seen enough battles, but I've never seen anything like this. No two are alike. Khajiit, Slode, Dunmer, Cyrodiil, Breton, Nord, burned alive, poisoned, electrified, melted, torn apart, turned inside out, ripped to shreds, and sewn back together. Do you think that Ashlander escaped? What happened? I don't know. Why would someone do something like this, Aulus? There's a knock on the door. Clavides answers it. A young Argonian woman. Salasa is standing holding a package and letter. Good morning. You're not Lord Zir, are you? No, what do you have there? A letter and a package I'm supposed to deliver to him. Will he be back shortly? I don't believe so. Who gave you the package to deliver? My teacher at the college, Kama Warbin. He has a bad leg, and asked me to bring these to his lordship. Actually, to tell you the truth, I was supposed to deliver them last night, but I was busy. Greetings, sister. We'll give the package to his lordship when we see him. All hail, brother. I heard there was a handsome Argonian in Scathanud. Unfortunately, I promised Kema Warbin that I'd deliver the package directly to his lordship's hand. I'm already late. I can't. We're Imperial Guard, miss, and we'll take the package and the letter. Celesta reluctantly hands Clavides the letter and package. She turns to go. You're at the college if we need to see you. Yes, fair tidings, brother. Good night, sister. Clavides opens the package and exits. It is a book with many loose sheets. It appears to be we found the missing book delivered to our very hands. Clavides begins to read the book silently to himself. Aulus to himself, very pleased. Another Argonian in Scathanud, and a pretty one at that. I hope that we weren't too rude to her. I'm tired of all these women with their smooth, wet skin. It'd be wonderful if we could meet when I'm off duty. While Aulus talks, he opens the letter and reads it. Aulus, she looks like she's from the south, like me. You know, Argonians from northern Blackmarsh are much less. Aulus continues reading, transfixed by the letter. Clavides skips to the back of the book and reads the last sentence. In black ink, the Khajiit male showed surprising little fortitude to a simple lightning spell. I've had interesting physiological results with a medium-level acid spell cast slowly over several days, and red ink in the margins. Yes, I see it was the acid spell cast uniformly over the entire body of the subject. In black ink, the Nord female was subjected to 16 hours of frost spell, which eventually crystallized her into a state of suspended animation, from which she eventually expired. Not so the Nord male, nor the Ashlander male who lapsed into comas much earlier, but then recovered. The Ashlander then tried to escape, but I restrained him. The Nord then had an interesting chemical overreaction to a simple fire spell and expired. See the accompanying illustration. In red ink. Yes, I see. The pattern of boils and lesions suggests some sort of internal incineration, perhaps caused by the combination of a short burst of flame following a longer section with frost. It's such a shame I can't come to see the experiment personally, but I compliment you on your excellent notation. In black ink. Thank you for the suggestion about slowly poisoning my maid, Anara. The dosages you have suggested have fascinating results, eroding her memory very subtly. I intend to increase it exponentially and see how long it is before she notices it. Speaking of which, it is a pity I haven't any Argonian subjects, but the slave traders promised me some healthy specimens in autumn. I should like to test their metabolism in comparison to the elves and humans. This is the play. It's my theory that a medium-level lightning spell cast in continuous wave on an Argonian wouldn't be lethal for several hours, at least similar to my results with the Cyrodiilic female. And of course the giant in red ink, you'll be ashamed to wait till autumn to see. In red ink, here's your Argonian. Please let me know the results. It's signed Emma Warbin. Clevides by Clevades by Kinneret. This isn't necromancy, it's destruction. Emma Warbin and Kenna Talvani Nordlops there haven't been experimenting with death, but the limits of magical torture. The letters addressed to Kenna Talvani Nordlops Zir, it's addressed to Segura Lachilla Zir, his wife, do you think? Lachilla, that was the Talvani of Zir family who I heard about in connection with the giant slaying. We'd best get the maid out of here. She'll need to go to a healer. Clavades wakes up Anara. She appears disoriented. Anara, what's happening? Who are you? Don't worry, everything is going to be fine. We're going to take you to a healer. Do you need a coat? Lachilla, thank you. No, I'm not cold. Anara, Lachilla stops, realizing she had been caught. Clavades and Alice unsheathed their blades. You have black ink on your fingers, your ladyship. And when you saw me at the door, you thought I was the Argonian your friend Warbin sent over. That's why you said, not now, go away. And Archilla, you're much more observant. Anara, who is really Achilla, you're much more observant than Anara. She never did understand what was happening. Even when I tripled the poison spell and she named herself after someone she killed and expired in what I observed as a considerable agony. What were you going to use on me first, lightning or fire? Lightning, I find fire to be too unpredictable. As she speaks, the flames in the torch extinguish. The stage is utterly dark. There are sounds of struggle, swords clanging. Suddenly a bolt of lightning flashes out, and there is silence from the darkness. Anana Lachilla speaks. Fascinating. There are several more flashes of lightning as the curtain closes. That's a play? So they're taking their inspiration from some sick play? That they were gonna torture me on that chair there? Your mother was gonna do those things to me? Are you crazy? And I gotta get home. I gotta get home to my wife and kids. This is insane. Get me out of here. Next time I'm taking the wife and kids camping, and we're not investigating any ruins. We're just gonna stick to the forest and near the river. I'm not even going back down the regular way. I don't want to go through that tower again. It's madness. Oh, man.